This is an examination question. Very good question, very nice question. Okay, I will solve this question. Please note, I am going to solve this question in the manner you are required to solve it in examination. Sir, assuming this question is asked for 8 marks in examination, sir, most of the student will tell, sir, I have written the answer correctly, sir, I have got the correct answer, sir, but still in examination I got only 4 marks, sir, but still in examination I got only 5 marks, sir. This is the problem which majority of students will face. Majority of the students are telling me, sir, I have got the perfect answer, sir. What answer is required to be given? No, sir, that exactly same answer I have got, but still the examiner is not giving the marks, sir. Still I have not got full marks in this particular paper, sir. What is the reason? You will understand the reason now. Now, what happens normally in examination? Students are in hurry to find the answer. Students are in hurry to find the answer. Now, examiner does not expect only you to write the answer. They also expect you to write the reference. How did you get this answer? Please tell me. How did you get this answer? They also expect you to tell them how did you get this particular answer. So make sure you follow the same format. I will tell you, I'll solve this entire problem. You follow the same format at the time when you are solving in examination. I will 100% they will give you full marks. I assure you that 100% they are going to give you full marks. Now what I'll do is I hope this question I'll open it on one side, and on one more side I am going to open a screen where I can solve it. Now first I'll read the question for you, by the way. So assuming this question is asked in examination for 8 marks, and please note this is an examination question only. This is an examination question only. Now what is this question telling? Jonty Limited, a manufacturer of, I hope this is visible to you properly. Yes sir, it is visible to us, sir, you don't worry about that. Okay. Jonty Limited, a manufacturer of heavy machines registered at Jaipur, supplied one machine to Dhanku Limited. Okay, I'll treat it as J Limited, supplied machinery to whom? D Limited, on 5th of February 2019 under an invoice on the same date. Using the information given below, compute the value of the machine. Compute the value of machine and what is the GST payable, CGST, SGST or IGST in case GST payable in cash for the month of February 2019 by Jonty Limited with appropriate working notes. With appropriate working notes, please tell me what is the amount of GST which is payable by this particular company. So they have given different information to you. You should tell them what is the GST payable by them. Now please note, first they are telling whether they should pay CGST, SGST or IGST. That how will I come to know? You should see where is the supplier from. Who is the supplier? Jonty. Where is he from? Sir, Jaipur, which is in Rajasthan, and he is supplying goods to D Limited. Where is he from? Udaipur. So Udaipur. Where is Udaipur? In Rajasthan. So this is what type of supply, sir? It is an intra-state supply. So what type of tax which you will have to levy? Sir, I will have to levy a tax called as CGST and SGST, sir. I will have to levy a tax called as what? CGST and SGST. Okay. Now I'll read the question. First, base price of the machine excluding taxes and discount. Base price of the machine they have given. What is the base price of the machine? 28,50,000 is the base price of the machine. Trade discount is allowed at 3% of the base price and is shown in the invoice. They are telling for whatever sales we are making, this company is making, they also give a discount of 3% and which is shown on the invoice. What is the amount? 85,500. Secondary packing in iron sheets charges for safe transportation of machine on the request of buyer. What are they telling? They are incurring some cost towards what? Secondary packing, and this secondary packing is for safe transportation, and this secondary packing is at request of whom? Buyer. Okay, then design and engineering charges of the machine 90,000 rupees. Then taxes levied by whom? Municipal authority. For sale of this machine, the municipal authority is collecting taxes of 25,000. then subsidy received by the supplier from the state government. J Limited, which is the supplier, is receiving the subsidy from state government to encourage the manufacture of this type of machinery. The state government is giving them subsidy. Then pre-delivery inspection charges paid to an independent agency as per the agreement for supply. This is paid by D Limited. Who is D Limited? It is paid by whom? Recipient. They have paid an amount of 22,000 as pre-delivery inspection charges. Before delivering the product to me, I want to inspect it. So pre-delivery inspection charges, some amount they have paid. Next, interest amount paid by D Limited for delay in payment of machine. They have not paid the amount for this machine within time. Therefore, interest is paid by them. Interest, how much interest they are paying? 12,000 interest they are paying. 12,000 interest they are paying. What I would recommend you is, please pause the video. Please pause the video, as we have already discussed all the provision, correct? Now please pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. Try to solve it by yourself. And after that you can, once the you have completed solving, you can, you can check your answer. Why? Because see, for you, okay, before you want to solve it, I'll just read the provision for you. Okay, this question is only on section 15. They are not talking about rules of valuation. This question is on section 15. Section 15 subsection 1 talks about transaction value. Transaction value is what? Transaction value is value of supply is what? Transaction value. Value of supply is transaction value. What is transaction value? Price which is actually paid or payable, where supply and recipient are not related, and the price which you are paying is the sole consideration. Value of supply includes section 15 subsection 2 talks about inclusions in value of supply. What are the different things you should include in value of supply? All the taxes other than the taxes paid under GST, then any payment made by the recipient which the supplier had to incur, then incidental expenses for making the supply, interest, late fee, penalty for delayed payment of consideration, and any subsidy received from any which is directly linked to the price received from any person other than central government or state government. Exclusions from value of supply. What can you exclude from value of supply? Discount. Discount can be given before or at the time of supply, and discount can be given after supply. If discount is given before or at the time of supply, exclude it if it is shown separately in the invoice. If it is given after supply, then exclude it if three conditions are satisfied. What are the three conditions? It should be agreed between the recipient and supplier and recipient, and it should be linked to specific invoice, and the ITC with regard to the discount portion should be reversed. Okay, now we'll solve it one by one. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll try to solve it here only. Okay, I'll try to solve it here only. So how should I solve it, sir? How should I write it? First, write computation of value of supply. Whatever that person's name is, for Jonty Limited. Then write particulars. Please follow the same format. If you follow the same format in which I am writing, they will not cut even a single mark. Please write the same format in examination. Particulars, note, rupees. Particulars, note, and rupees. First, what are they telling? Basic price. Basic price of machine. Note number 1. What is the basic price, sir? Sir, 28,500 is the basic price of this machine. Then, once you write basic price, write the second point as add. Add what, sir? Inclusions in value of supply as per section 15 subsection 2. Section 15 subsection 2 is telling us to include few things in value of supply. Now we will see the different things which they have given in the question, whether it is required to be included or not included. Case number 1, point number 1 which they have given in the question is what? Sir, secondary trade discount they have given. Trade discount is exclusions from value of supply. How should we follow? Same manner in which section is given. First section 15 subsection 1, then 15.2, then 15.3. So inclusions in value of supply. First thing which I am going to include is secondary packing. Sir, is secondary packing required to be included in value of supply, sir? Because it is for safe transportation and on request of buyer. Whether buyer is requesting or not requesting, I don't care. Are you incurring that expenses? Are you incurring that expenses? Yes sir, I am incurring that expenses. Then it is required to be included in value of supply. How much, sir? 30,000 rupees. Then next is design and engineering charges for this machine. Design and engineering charges, that is also an incidental expenses. What is that, sir? Please note, in examination you write full words, okay? Design and engineering charges. You should write completely. Here I am just writing design and engineer ... Note number 2, how much is it, sir? 90,000. Examination you should write properly. Design and engineering charges. Don't write D&E charges, okay? Write it completely. Next point is what? Taxes levied by municipal authority. Sir, should I add taxes levied by municipal authority? Sir, section 15 subsection 2 clause A says add all the different types of taxes except taxes under GST. So should I add it, sir? Yes. Tax levied by municipal authority. How? Note number 3, how much? Sir, tax levied by municipal authority, 25,000. Next, point number 4, subsidy received from state government. Sir, subsidy received from state government we should not add, no sir. Subsidy received from state government we should not add, no sir. I know. You should always write it. Whether you are required to add or not, that will decide later. But whatever points are given in the question, make sure that you write everything. Make sure that you write everything, so that second check when you are giving, you will understand, okay, this is something which I have already covered. Okay, you write this subsidy received from state government, write note number 4 and write dash over here. Write dash over here. Sir, now my question is over here is, sir, subsidy received by the supplier from the state government to encourage the manufacture of machine. Sir, how will I come to know whether this subsidy is directly linked to the price or not linked to the price, sir? How will I come to know whether it is directly linked to the price or not linked to the price? Now they have given all the values over here for an individual supply which is made by J Limited to D Limited. So it is directly linked to the price. When they tell that for for setting up a factory they are giving this subsidy, then it is not linked to the price. Now there is a sale of machinery happening for which they are charging subsidy, for which he is receiving subsidy. So what is that? Write a note that it is directly linked to the subsidy. If it is from central government or state government, don't add it in value of supply. If it is from others, add it in value of supply. Now sir, what if I am confused only? Then write a note. Very good thing is writing an assumption. It is assumed that this subsidy is directly linked to the price and therefore adjustment has been made accordingly. Next, subsidy received from state government or central government. Point number 4, pre-delivery inspection charges. Pre-delivery inspection charges, also called as PDI charges, paid by Dhanko Limited. Sir, it is paid by the recipient, no sir. Pre-delivery inspection charges is paid by the recipient, no sir. Should I add it in value of supply? Who was supposed to incur these expenses? Sir, supplier was supposed to incur these expenses. Who has incurred it? Recipient has incurred it. Therefore, should I add it in value of supply? Yes. Note number 5. Should I add it in value of supply? How much? Yes sir, I should add it in value of supply. 22,000 rupees. Next, point number 5. Interest amount for delayed payment of consideration. They have not paid the amount, the value of whatever this D limit is liable to pay. It has not paid that amount to me on time. Should I add that amount in value of supply? Yes, that also you should add it in value of supply. Interest for delayed payment. How much? Sir, 12,000 rupees, sir. Note number 6. Sir, 12,000 rupees, sir. Sir, 12,000 rupees, sir. Now, I had told you when we discussed the provisions, I had told you if they are giving interest amount, that interest amount is always inclusive of GST. See, whenever a person is paying interest for delayed payment of consideration, penalty for delayed payment of consideration, late fee for delayed payment of consideration, he will not give you any extra. He will not give you what? He will not give you extra GST on that. See, as per section time of supply chapter, section 12 subsection 6 and section 13 subsection 6, we have studied over there that interest, penalty, late fee for delayed payment of consideration, the time of supply is date of receipt of such amount. Meaning when you receive that amount, you have to pay the GST to government. Now, whenever he is paying that amount, he will not pay extra GST. What do you mean by that, sir? Meaning this amount is required to be treated as inclusive of GST. So exclude the GST component and add the remaining amount. Exclude the GST component and add the remaining amount. In the simple sense, you see your telephone bill, don't pay the bill on due date. Okay, don't pay the telephone bill on due date. Next month, if you see, they will add 100 rupees. Now when they are adding this 100 rupees, they will not collect from you 100 plus GST separately. This 100 rupees is treated as inclusive of GST and we have to pay only 100 rupees. So now this 12,000 rupees is treated as what? Inclusive of GST. Sir, they have not told that it is including GST. No, it should always, it is always assumed to be inclusive of GST. It is always assumed to be inclusive of GST because no one is going to pay extra amount as GST for this. So if I want to exclude the GST portion, how should I do, sir? 12,000 into 100 divided by 118. 100 divided by 118. Why, sir, 118? Because the rate of GST which they have given in the question is 18%. Just now we have seen this formula, correct? Just now we saw this formula, rule number 35 something we saw, no, how to compute this, etc. Just now we had checked this. So 12,000 into 100 divided by 118. What is this, sir? What is the amount? Sir, amount 12,000 into 100 divided by 118. Sir, it is 10169. 10169.49. Sir, should we write the answers in point? It is recommended to write at least 2 decimal point. At least 2 decimal point. So we have considered interest amount also. So whatever inclusions they have given, we have added. Now we'll total this. Total. So total is how much, sir? $28,500. 28 lakh 50,000 plus 30,000 plus 90,000 plus 25,000 plus 22,000 plus 10,169.149. 28,500, 30 plus 90 plus 25 plus 22 plus ... What is the total amount, sir? Sir, total amount comes to 30 lakhs 27,169.49 rupees. 30 lakhs 27,169.49 rupees. Now these are the exclusions from value of supply. Next, what is the section, sir? Next section is 15.3, sir. Less exclusions from value of supply as per section 15 subsection 3. Now section 15 subsection 3 is telling us what? Sir, section 15 subsection 3 is telling please exclude the discount from value of supply. Please exclude the discount from value of supply if it is shown separately. Now in the present case, they have given us discount of how much? 85,500. They have given us discount of 85,500. This is required to be excluded from value of supply. From this amount, I will reduce 85,500. Correct? No, 85,500 only, I believe. Yes, sir. So what is the value of supply in the present case? So the value of supply is 29,41,669.49 is the value of supply. So GST which you are supposed to charge is CGST and SGST. CGST is, you should write the calculation. Always write this calculation, not only in my paper, all your practical papers which you have. For example, you have costing, you have accounts, you have say financial management, SFM, or whatever financial management paper, correct? For that, always write this calculation into 9% CGST. 2941669.49 into 9%. Sir, why should I always write the calculation, sir? Obviously that person will at least know, sir, that GST 9%, CGST, SGST 9%. Yeah, he knows, but he does not know whether you know or not. He does not know whether you know or not. You would have calculated in calculator, but how will he come to know whether you calculated or what amount you calculated? So always tell this amount to him. Sir, this is how I calculated the tax amount. You should tell him 2,64,750, 2,64,750.25, 264,750.25. So what is the total, sir? So if I into 2 plus 2941669.49, 3471170 is the total value of invoice. Total invoice value is 34,71,170 rupees. 170 rupees is the total value of invoice. Now here you write note number 7. Note number 7. Okay, so this is the manner you should write, you should solve the problem. Sir, okay sir, I will solve this problem in the same manner. In exam also I solved in the same manner, sir, but still I didn't get full marks. Now if you do this answer, if you follow the manner and find the answer, they will give you only 4 marks. They will give you how much, sir? They will give you how much? Only 4 marks will be given to you. Sir, only 4 marks. After writing so much also they will give only 4 marks. Yes, they will give only 4 marks. Why, sir? It is an 8 marks question. It is a question for how much marks? 8 marks. For this calculation or for this finding the answer, they will give only 4 marks, or they may give you 5 marks. They may give you 4 or 5 marks. Actual marking which is there is for this notes which you are going to write. Actual marking which is there is for this note which you are going to write. Now I will just tell verbally what are the notes which you have to write. Okay, I will not write it, plus but please write it. Now when you are watching this video, write it in your material. So note number 1. So I hope you have understood this. How do I find value of supply, sir? First give the base price, then add all the inclusions in value of supply, then exclusions in value of supply. Sir, I have a question, sir. What is your question? Okay, let me answer this question also. Normally students are confused with this point. What points? Sir, exclusions from value of supply. Sir, the base price of the machine bracket they have given exclusive of taxes and discount. They have already given excluding discount, no sir. They have already given the base price excluding discount, no sir. What they are telling in the question is, I have not considered discount. I have not considered discount. I have not considered taxes. This amount which is there is a raw amount. It is a raw amount. It does not include any discount amount. I have not subtracted discount from it. I have not added tax amount to it. It is a raw amount. It excludes all the discounts and it excludes all the taxes also. So I will take the base price as it is because it does not include discount. I am going to reduce the discount later. Now, what are the different notes which I have to give, sir? Note number 1. Note number 1, you should give a note on section 15 subsection 1. Always whenever there is a question on value of supply, always write a note on section 15 subsection 1. What is section 15 subsection 1 telling? Section 15 subsection 1 says value of supply is transaction value where transaction value is the price actually paid or payable, where the supply and recipient are not related, and the price is the sole consideration. So always write this note. One note compulsory whenever this type of valuation question is there. First note should be value of supply is transaction value. Transaction value is the price actually paid or payable, where the supply and recipient are not related and the price which you are paying is the sole consideration or only consideration. Then note number 2. Note number 2 is with regard to both of this point. For both of this point I am telling you one single note only. What is that note number 2? Write note number 2, write note number 2 and write as per section 15 subsection 2 clause C. Sir, I don't know the clause, sir. Sir, I don't remember the clause. Don't write the clause. If you remember the subsection, that is more than sufficient. Okay. If you don't remember the clause, not a problem, not a problem. If you remember the subsection, that is more than sufficient. As per section 15 subsection 2, any expenses incidental for making the supply is required to be added in value of supply. Therefore, following are added in value of supply. Therefore, following is added in value of supply. Point number 1, secondary packing, and point number 2, design and engineering charges. So what is your second note? Note number 2 is, any, as per section 15 subsection 2, any expenses incidental to your supply is required to be added in value of supply. Therefore, the following amounts are, or following is added in value of supply. What are the two things? Design and engineering charges, secondary packing. Section 15 subsection 2 clause C talks about it. Then section 15 subsection 2 clause municipal taxes, clause A. Section 15 subsection 2 clause A says all the taxes except the taxes under GST is required to be added in value of supply if they are charged separately. Okay, so you will write note number 3 as per section 15 subsection 2 clause A. If you don't know the clause, not a problem. As per section 15 subsection 2, all the different types of taxes shall be added in value of supply except the taxes under GST if they are charged separately. Therefore, municipal taxes is added in value of supply. Therefore, municipal taxes of 25,000 is added in value of supply. Then note number 4. Note number 4. Note number 4, what is this note about, sir? Section 15 subsection 2 clause A, B, C, D, E. Section 15 subsection 2 clause E says, if you receive any subsidy which is directly linked to the price, that should be added in value of supply provided it is not received from central government or state government. Now you will write a note, as per section 15 subsection 2 clause E, any subsidy received which is directly linked to the price received from any person other than central government or state government is required to be added in value of supply. Therefore, the subsidy received from the state government in the present case is not added in value of supply. Therefore, in the present case, because the subsidy is received from whom? State government, it is not added in value of supply. Then pre-delivery inspection charges. You don't have to write a separate note for this. Okay, no, this is separate note. Why? Because it is paid by recipient. It is paid by recipient. As per section 15 subsection 2 clause B. As per section 15 subsection 2 clause B, any expenses incurred by the recipient which the supplier had to incur is required to be added in value of supply. Therefore, pre-delivery inspection charges which is incurred by D Limited is added in value of supply. Pre-delivery inspection charges of 22,000 is added in value of supply. Then last note which you are going to write is what, sir? Section 15 subsection 2 clause D, interest penalty late fee. As per section 15 subsection 2 clause D, any interest payment late fee for delayed payment of consideration received by the supplier should be added in value of supply. Should be added in value of supply. It should be added in value of supply. Therefore, this interest has been added in value of supply with following calculation. In bracket you write, interest are assumed to be inclusive of GST. Therefore, the GST component is excluded and added in value of supply. And do this calculation and write the amount. Then note number 7. Note number 7 is what, sir? Note number 7 is discount, about discount, exclusions from value of supply. As per section 15 subsection 3, discount is required to be excluded from value of supply. Any discount given before or at the time of supply shall be excluded from value of supply if such discount are shown separately on the invoice. If such discounts are shown separately on the invoice, it is because of this reason discount of 85,500 has been excluded from value of supply. It is because of this reason discount of 85,500 is subtracted or reduced from value of supply. And also write one note with regard to CGST, SGST. In the present case, the supply has been made from Jaipur to Udaipur, and both of these places are in the state of Rajasthan only. Therefore, it is an intrastate supply. Therefore, CGST, SGST has been levied. If you write all these different notes, so totally how many notes? 8 notes. Then you will get complete 8 marks. You will get 4 marks for your workings, and for each and every individual note which you are writing, no, totally you have written 8 notes, half marks for individual notes you will get. Only then you will get total 8 marks. Only then you will get total 8 marks. Okay, I hope you have understood this particular problem. Other problems anyways I'll be uploading this problem also on YouTube, so others also can take benefit of understanding how to write and question in examination. Thanks a lot. Let us meet in our next video with a brand new chapter. Till then, tada, bye bye, and enjoy.